Night settles over the city like wet cloth, pressing every sound flat until the only thing left is the low mechanical hum of life, trying not to stop. Eli's apartment isn't haunted so much as tired. Walls that remember too much. Windows that sweat when the air turns thick. He moved in because it was cheap and because he told himself ghosts are just drafts with good timing. The first night he notices the fan. It clicks once every few rotations, a little hiccup of metal, and each time it happens he imagines a finger brushing the blade. He tells himself it's nothing, but the mind doesn't like nothing. It needs a reason, and when it can't find one, it makes one. The darkness folds around his bed, heavy, sentient. Somewhere under the noise of the city there's breathing, slow and unhurried. Like the room itself is practicing for lungs. He laughs because laughing feels human, and then the laughter dies. When the sound doesn't stop with him, he pulls the blanket over his head and whispers, "If you like sleeping peacefully, skip this video." As if the phrase is a charm that can't fail if said often enough. Days are fine. Light makes liars out of every shadow. Eli works from home, drinks instant coffee that tastes like cardboard guilt, answers emails that don't matter, but something in the apartment shifts whenever dusk returns. The air gets cold, the kind of cold that comes from inside the bones of things. He finds the closet door open, even after he swore he closed it. He hears the floor creak under weight that isn't his. Once, while brushing his teeth, the mirror fogs from a breath that isn't his own. Letters form still awake. He smears it away, heart hammering, toothpaste foam dripping down his chin like frost. He starts leaving the TV on at night, tuned to static. The hiss fills the room, a white noise barrier against whatever else might be listening. But sometimes, beneath the static, another frequency hums a faint, pulsing tone like a voice through water. When he turns the volume down, he can almost make out words. They sound like "don't turn around." He tells himself again, half joking, half pleading, "If you like sleeping peacefully, skip this video." He wonders who he's talking to, because he hasn't filmed anything, hasn't shared a thing online. Still, the phrase keeps looping in his head, like he's narrating his own nightmare for someone else's entertainment. The nights stretch longer. Sleep paralysis finds him a cruel gift from the body's confusion. He wakes pinned beneath invisible weight, eyes open but muscles stone-locked. At first there's only the usual panic, the fight to breathe, the brain's desperate whisper to move. Then the ceiling tilts, and something hangs above him. Tina's, smoke shaped like a person remembering how to stand. It watches. Its head tilts, like it's learning him by sight alone. The breath in his throat shivers, and he swears he feels a hand trace the outline of his ribs, a safe kunte. When movement returns, he sits up screaming into the dark that doesn't echo back. Next morning, the mattress smells faintly of soil. He checks his phone, no calls. No messages, but the voice memo app is open. Recording. The waveform dances, even though he hasn't spoken. He presses play. At first, just static. Then, faintly, his own voice whispering, "If you like sleeping peacefully, skip this video." And beneath that, another voice, lower, patient, saying, "Too late." He tries, leaving. The elevator stalls between floors, lights flickering. In the reflection of the metal doors he sees movement behind him, but turning reveals only the stale corridors stretching into blur. Outside, people move normally, laughing, arguing, existing in sunlight that feels counterfeit. He stays out until dawn, but fatigue wins. Back inside, he notices the apartment's layout is wrong. The hallway seems longer. The kitchen window faces the wrong direction. He convinces himself. Exhaustion bends perception, but when he reaches for the doorknob to leave again, there's only wall. The door has vanished, replaced by drywall, smooth as skin. The hum of the fan starts, though he never plugged it in. Its blades spin backwards, drawing the air inward. Dust rises in spirals like breath, inhaled by the room itself. Eli screams for help until the sound folds back into his ears. Somewhere, distant but clear, he hears footsteps, then a knock from inside the closet. When it opens, there's nothing there except darkness shaped like a corridor, deeper than the building should allow. From within comes that same whisper, closer now. If you like sleeping peacefully, skip this video. Abax Hawaii hits the wall, and the wall pulses, beating like a slow heart. He realizes the building isn't just old, it's alive, feeding on fear, needing witness, and he has been narrating it all along. When the neighbors finally report the smell, the police find an empty apartment. Only the phone remains on the bed, still recording. The file length matches the nights since he moved in. 12 hours of silence, interrupted by faint breaths, and the repeated phrase spoken in multiple voices, male, female, even childlike. If you like sleeping peacefully, skip this video. The landlord swears no one named Eli ever rented there, though the lease folder has fresh ink, and his signature bleeds through the page like something written from beneath. Weeks later, a woman named Mara signs for the same unit. She's practical, laughs at ghost stories, tells friends. Cheap rent outweighs superstition. On her first night, she notices a red light blinking in the corner, with the phone's camera still on. Its lens cracked but recording. She means to throw it away but forgets. Around 3 a.m., the fan starts clicking again. She dreams of someone whispering just beyond the veil of sleep, teaching her a line she repeats aloud before waking. If you like sleeping peacefully, skip this video. When morning comes, the message appears on her mirror, written backward. She stares until her reflection smiles without her. So if you're hearing this now, maybe you found the file. Maybe it found you. Maybe you think you'll be safe because screens are walls and stories end when you close the app. But walls listen, and endings don't matter when a story learns your voice. Tonight, when the room cools and the air feels thick enough to chew, you'll remember this phrase. It will rise behind your teeth before sleep takes you. Say it once, clearly, so it knows you heard. If you like sleeping peacefully, skip this video. Then listen carefully. If something answers, don't open your eyes. Let it watch. It only needs to learn your shape. And when you wake, if the fan clicks in a rhythm that matches your heartbeat, record it. Upload it. Pass it on. The story grows by voice alone. Soft fade. Whisper overlaps itself until silence. If you're still here, you've already invited it in. Don't worry, sleep won't come quickly, but when it does, you'll dream in someone else's room. If you want to find out who's, click on the next story. It's already waiting for you, breathing just behind the play button.